Shield and sword is against a front left step through punch. So again, as usual, we are taking it from this position with our big step through punch. Okay. Um, what we're doing on this one is where usually we would cross our line on our attacks. So if we took, for example, Dance of Death or Thundering Hammers as we've done at this point, or Thundering Hammer as we've done at this point, we have our left coming in across line. So if it's a right punch, we have our left matching that. In this case, we have our left punch coming in, and rather than doing a right inward block, we are potentially being cut off on our offside. So we're going to use the same side hand. So we're going to actually check on this one as we move forward and cut that line. So we're using it stepping forward, and we're using the same hand as the attack in this instance. That could also be the fact that we are being slightly surprised by this, and we're getting an oh shit moment, as we like to call it. So again, what happens from here is when we take a step forward with our right, we are covering with the left. So we're redirecting that left punch by moving up. By moving up and past the person now, I'm bringing my right hand up high. My right hand coming up high then sets me up for my next target, which could be to the back of the neck, okay? In the back of the neck, obviously we've got some sensitive things. You could also be hitting just on the shoulder here as well, on the right side. So I could be hitting from the back here and hitting into the shoulder muscles as well. There's lots of targets there. Back of the neck is probably the most, impactful. But again, you could be hitting in and down on the shoulder as well to drop their height and drop their weight and so on. So again, moving forward, we have our strike, we have our chop coming in. Now again, we are going to keep a cover with our left. If you look at things from the 60s, for example, as I've said in my videos then, the techniques tended to essentially only use the one side, the attacking side in those instances. And obviously as we progressed and refined, we used our covers and our checks a lot more. So moving forward on this one, we have our step up and we have our check. From here, we have our strike into the back of the neck or shoulder, as we've said, and we're coming in to hit. From here, this hand is going to fold over and it's going to cover at the elbow, presuming again that hand is still potentially in play or, in range of being a hit. I'm going to fold over. From here, I'm going to hit my left inward elbow to the ribs, and we still have our cover up here. Now we're going to use the heart shape from the universal patch. So again, if you look at the universal, we have the heart, which goes this way. Here, we're going to do the same. We're going to essentially set that up with our hands. So there's our heart shape, if you will, and now we're coming in on the point of that heart or coming down towards the point of that heart. So again, once we hit and we chop, we have our elbow, we have our step off here to clear a line as well. So it's not just using the hands in this case. We want to set ourselves up on the most impactful line for our next strike. So we take a slight step off, and as we unwind into our heart shape here, as we said, the left hand is going to cover on top of their arm, and essentially then we have a hammer strike to the kidney. So it's a right hammer strike into the left kidney in this case. Once we hit that and we lock in on this, we then have, and again, this kick can be done to numerous places. I do it to the kidney, which is a kick to the far kidney, the right kidney in this case. We've already hit the left one. So by hitting the left one, we could be getting a slight turn, which exposes the right kidney to us. Or we also have done it in the past as a roundhouse, similar to reversing mace or repeating mace into the back of the leg. Choices there for whoever wants it, or mobility allows. So again, we're going to take our step forward. We've got our check, our chop with our cover, our elbow with our cover. From here then, we have our step to an open line. We have our waiter check here and our hammer strike to the kidney. And then we have our roundhouse to the kidney or our roundhouse to the back of the leg, whichever you prefer on that one.